All righty, Jahleah. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. It has truly been a pleasure.
No
So,
problem.
Jahleah, yeah, what have we been speaking? What we have been speaking about was a little bit about the company itself, with them being a nonprofit organization, being,
Yeah.
in the business for over 30 years.
Yeah.
So, you got to know a little bit about the company, about what the duty entails as far as being an HR assistant. So, Jahleah, if you don't mind telling me a little bit about your background, tell me a little bit about your work history as well, being in HR.
Okay, so basically, you know, I've been well, I started from customer service. And that's one thing that I'm very passionate in. I love customer service because I love customer service, like personally myself. And it's nothing like having a person that understands, what you need done, and, your concerns for any problem. And I've always found a way to have that solution for, clients, customers, whoever. Um, but my role in HR, I have been in HR, I would say, uh, two, three different places. And I will say one place that I was there the longest, which was High Tech Home Warranties. Um, I would have to, hire, um, have meetings with the CEO, managers, people that were higher than me. I will also have to see over, a couple of employees. It wasn't a big business, but I definitely had to see over them. We were the only, really, it was new to me because I've never been in that field before. So it was just, but it was easy, like it was just like, once you have a good employee, you tell them, what's going on, and, what you have to do, the duties, the objective, they get it done. And that's what I do love about, being, you know, manager, or, a type of supervisor, because I love helping people, and, teaching people how to grow and succeed in a business. It could be any type of business. Dunkin' Donuts. It could be a gas station, and you can succeed in anywhere and grow in anywhere and become anything. Um, I've also did payroll. Like I said, with you, I've done invoices. I've literally have done everything. I've made paychecks, everything. I've also had to, let a couple of employees go. Um, I've had to give out warnings, written warnings, verbal warnings, all type of things like that. I've had meetings. I've had to check in, at UPS. In one of my jobs, I've also had to, with UPS, is it's a very fast pace. It's very fast paced, and everybody's expecting their package, especially during Christmas, Thanksgiving, and things like that. Seasonal, they're expecting their package, and they're expecting it when they expect it. So, you know, I had to definitely be on a lot of my employees so that that can get done, because that's very important. And, ratings and comments are very important to me, because that's the first thing that somebody goes to is, the comments, the reviews, how is, even with jobs, anything, people go to reviews. So I like to give the best customer service that I can. And if it does reach to HR, I definitely will handle it accordingly. I am a very fair person, and I don't. Is what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I
Mhm.
follow by the rules, and I really do like I appreciate that role, and and I salute that position in general, anybody in HR, because it's not easy to be in HR, because people do, you have your good days and your bad days, but helping people and leaving them happy and getting off the phone happy with them is the main priority.
I agree completely. I commend anyone who is in an HR role. That is not easy. It's not
It's
easy
not.
for, to go through those daily situations, especially the escalated ones. So I agree completely. And I bow down to anyone who can be in that role. So yeah, that's beautiful, beautifully said. So Tom, you mentioned you've dealt with employee relations, terminations.
Mhm.
Have you ever had to do any onboarding or conducted any interviews? If so, tell me a little bit about that.
Yes. So I have had to do um not many, but I have had to do a few onboarding, and I've had to let a few people go. Um, so usually, the things that I would be, the things that would, affect the company and, and everybody's environment in the workspace, I would have to let somebody go because of, a hostile environment, um, workplace. And that was one of the reasons. And then another reason is, attendance, not showing up to the job, or, not, at least not letting us know that you're not showing up to the job, so that we can at least get a replacement, so that things can go smoothly for the rest of the company, the rest of the employees. um, I have done onboarding as well, and my biggest thing is, I'm really good and big on judging character and feeling energy. So I know when you're being real, and then I know when you're not. You're just here for a paycheck, which is, fine, but you also have to have some integrity, and you have to have morals and, punctuality. You, you have to have certain things, you know, and I just feel like, some people think it's not fair when, you don't get a job or whatever, but you have to carry yourself a certain way. And and that's when growth comes in. And I feel like that's where managers and bosses and supervisors, that's where they come in, team leads. You're supposed to help them so that they can grow and be bigger, or whatever, CEO, whatever they want to be.
Yeah.
Um, but I have done plenty. Um, Sometimes I don't like doing it, but it is what it is.
Yes.
It's up to you.
Absolutely. I want to touch base on the onboarding just a little bit more, Jahleah.
Okay.
So tell me, as far as the onboarding, what did that look like to you when you had to onboard a candidate?
What did it look like?
Yeah. So what was the process with the onboarding?
So, um, so I had to do two, and that was for high tech home warranties and UPS. And so with UPS, basically, they go through the higher bosses first, and not higher bosses like my higher boss, as I mean, and Then they come to me, and then how was it? This was so long ago. I'm trying to they came to me, and we just had we had questions. We just had questions, and we, asked the questions how they were or whatever. We asked them about themselves. What do they do? What do they do before applying to the job? Also, what were their goals um, in general? What were their goals in life? I believe one of the questions were, um, how will this job benefit you? Um, it was a few questions. I can't remember all the way
No worries.
because
It's
it was
okay.
a while ago, but I definitely did that, and then they had to do the background, drug screening, um, and I believe that was it.
Yeah,
It wasn't much, and then how to take home warranties. Basically, when people are going to your house to, check um, things out, refrigerator, microwave, anything, um, you just want to make sure those people are good people and know exactly what they're talking about so that they're not messing up anything else. And we did a hard background check for those. But my higher up boss did most of those, and then I would just come in as in like asking questions and like, trying to fill them out a little bit and see, what the motive is and what their objective is and the type of person that they are.
absolutely. Perfect. And so tell me, have you've dabbled with payroll as well? Did you use a certain system with that when
I
you're
did,
processing?
but I can't even tell you. I've used so many systems since
Yeah.
then, and I really do not remember what system that I used. Honestly, I
No
don't
worries.
remember.
I know we go through a lot of systems in our past
Yes.
employers. Alrighty, no worries at all. So I think I got all the information that I need thus far. Jahleah, do you have any questions for me at all?
No, I do not have any questions. I thank you for interviewing me, and
Absolutely.
I just would like to grow within a company. I really would. So,
Yeah. And I would definitely keep that in mind that, you're looking for an opportunity for growth.
yeah,
As you mentioned in the beginning, you have established yourself in the HR field. So growth is always something that I think it's always available in the HR field. Again, you have HR
yeah,
assistants, managers, directors. So that's definitely
right.
something that we aspire within a company, especially with your skill set. So this is going to conclude our screen recording here, Jahleah.
Yeah.
Don't hang up on me. I'm just going to go ahead and conclude this, okay?
Okay.